During this latest PTS, testing everything for Year 6 Season 1, I have fallen in love with this new exotic shotgun called the Overlord. Now, just to let you know, the Overlord is a KSG shotgun with 12 rounds in the magazine, and with this build, I can get it to hit upwards of over 1.3 million total damage. Now, that is, of course, with a tank build, and I haven't even mentioned the 157,000 armor regen per second you get with this build. So you get a shotgun that slows everybody down up to 16%, hitting over 1.3 mil and 157k armor regen. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now, shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. And in today's build video, I'm going to bring to you a Overlord Regen God build with over 157,000 regen per second. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's go. Now, starting off with the build breakdown, we're going to start with the specialization. I am using the Technician specialization. Now, the reason why I'm using the Technician specialization is it gives me +1 skill tier for both of my skills, and it also gives me the linked laser pointer that I'm using for my SMG. Now, that is my secondary weapon. So whenever I slow down an enemy, maybe it's a heavy or like one of those big elites or what have you, I can shoot them, slow them down with my shotgun, and then whip out the vector with damage targets at a cover and flatline and just mow them down. It's a really fun combination running these two, but let's talk about the primary. So here's the Overlord. It is a exotic KSG shotgun, 12 rounds in the magazine with the talent Capitulate. So Capitulate, hitting an enemy will grant you -2% movement speed to that target per pellet. Now you can only have 8 pellets in your magazine or in each shotgun bullet. So 8 pellets means -16% movement speed total. So shooting an enemy with this head on, -16% movement speed for 5 seconds. Now if I keep shooting that enemy, it will keep that buff going. So they will be at -16% movement the entire time as long as you're shooting the enemy getting all of those pellets. Now the cool thing about this is being a KSG shotgun, we have damaged armor, we have damaged targets at a cover, and we have 12 rounds. So with all the buffs and everything activated, this thing is a nail driver. It truly is. Now, I understand a lot of people are like, yeah, but you could use like the Perfect Brazen, or you could go back and use like the Scorpio, or you could use all these other shotguns. And yeah, you could, but I don't know. It just feels really good. And using this in PvP is going to be even better because that's going to make players not chicken dance as much. They're going to double guess jumping up in your face while you're using the shotgun. And, well, they're probably going to come back with a few more buddies because this thing is a big player to deal with, that's for sure. Now, in the gameplay that I'm going to show you after all this, I'm in the Dark Zone. I'm going to use this solo in the Dark Zone, get all the stacks up. I'll show you all the cool numbers. And I even run into a player during this PV, a little PTS session in the Dark Zone. So stay tuned for that gameplay. Now, we already talked about the primary weapon, the secondary weapon being the Vector 45 ACP, damage targets at a cover flatline, and then the sidearm backup boomstick, damage targets at a cover, and Optimist. Now remember, these are all the numbers without the memento stacks, so let's talk about the memento, because this is a big player in this build. So the memento comes with two big things that it gives to this build. One of them, it gives you all 3 core attributes, a red, a blue, and a yellow. But the other thing is it gives you that talent Kill Confirmed. So Kill Confirmed gives you short-term and long-term buffs. Now, the long term buffs is just based off of how many trophies you pick up. Now, it maxes out at 30, but you can keep picking them up and refreshing that 30 stack. So, the 30 stacks in which I'm talking about, that is your long term buff. And that gives you 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% armor regen. Now, the short term buffs are based off of your core attributes. For example, I have 1, 6, and 1. So that means every time I kill an enemy and pick up a trophy, I get 5% weapon damage, 60% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency. Now, as far as the mod, it does come with a crit chance mod, and that's because I'm using a shotgun and I want as much crit chance as humanly possible. Now, looking at the rest of the build, we have 2 pieces of golem gear, 1 piece of Bellstone Armory, 1 Emperor's Guard, and 1 piece Badger Tough. Now, you could go 3-piece Heligard, but for some reason, I just could not find Heligard holsters. So this is my setup. And I actually enjoy this setup more because if I were to go 3 Heligard instead of the 2 Golem and 1 Badger, I would lose all of that shotgun damage from the Badger Tough. And, well, I'm actually enjoying the damage that I have with this build. It's really fun, and with 157k armor regen, I mean, you don't really need the extra 0.5% from the Heligard. Now, talking about the golem gear, the 2 brand set bonuses we get for this build, we have status effects and armor regen of 1.5%. Now, as far as the attributes, we have armor for the core, crit chance, and armor regen with a crit chance mod. The other piece of golem gear, the holster. We have armor for the core, armor regen, and crit chance. Going to the chest piece, everyday carrier. I was using this in the Dark Zone, and well, the everyday carrier is a no-brainer, especially if you like to use those instant heals. Now, the everyday carrier is the named Bellstone Armory chest piece with perfectly efficient for that talent. Now, Bellstone Armory gives you armor regen of 1% for that brand set bonus. For the attributes, we have armor for the core, armor regen, and crit chance with a crit chance mod. Going to the gloves, Badger Tough. Now I'm using the Badger Tough gloves to give me more base damage for my shotgun. And that brand set bonus gives us 10% shotgun damage. Now, as far as the attributes, we have armor for the core, crit chance, and armor regen. And finally, the sprinkle on top, the icing, the cherry, whatever you want to call it, the Emperor's Guard knee pads. Double regen and armor for that core attribute. And there you go. Pretty nice. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And whenever you get the memento stacks up and, ready, you're good to go. I mean, this thing is a monster. I can't wait to show you the gameplay. Now, as far as the skills, I'm using a decoy and EMP sticky. These are pretty much my defaults for the Dark Zone. And let's finish up with the stats. Now, this is before any of the memento stacks. Just remember that. We are over 1.1 million weapon damage, 265k for PvP, 52% crit chance, 60 crit damage, and 65 headshot. Don't forget about the armor damage and damage to targets that I cover. Offensive tab, we're sitting at 51% all weapons damage bonus and 40% shotgun damage bonus. So every time we're using the Overlord, we are starting off at 91% damage bonus total. For the gear talents, we do have kill confirmed and perfectly efficient. And for that defensive tab, we are over 2 million armor with 95.9k armor regen just sitting here, but then that does go up. It skyrockets to 157k with the memento stacks. We are sitting at 345k health, and we have 10% explosive resistance and hazard protection, but that's due to my watch level. So here is my disclaimer for all my build videos. I am sitting at watch level 1456. That means all these boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. So you can copy and paste my build, and as long as you're over shade level 1000, you'll get the exact same numbers and results. However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these boxes are going to be lower. Therefore, whenever you go to copy and paste my build, some of your numbers might not add up. It's okay. Don't freak out. Just remember, whenever you reach shade level 1000, you'll get all these boxes maxed out and you will be good to go. And that's it. That is the build breakdown. I tried to do it as fast as possible, but you know me, I like to talk about everything. But if you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing and let me know what you think about this build in the comment section below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's always cool to see where everyone's from. But that's it for me. I am Kamikazevondoom. I hope you have a great one. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out. And oh yeah, roll that footage. Ha.
Now entering an invaded dog zone. Now detecting contaminated gear.
done for.
Got a KIA here! Found a...
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Contaminated gear detected.
Yeah, they're going for the flank. He's coming to you.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Hostile hive detected. Extraction called.
Hostile! In my sight! Find him!
Engaging landmark. Electronic device detected. Helo almost at extraction zone.
Your limo awaits.
Helo is on site.
Extracting cargo.
target. Support stick.
Get to the flank.
I'll support you. More ammo here. I'm following you.
System curtailed.
Don't let them get to the flank.
Got the range.
System reactivated. Contaminated gear detected. Landmark has been cleared. Now detecting contaminated gear. Engaging landmark.
I'm hit.
Contaminated gear detected.
Target's on the move.
Run, asshole.
Helo on the way.
Extraction called for. Now detecting contaminated gear. Extraction helo almost within range. Helo arrived. Others returning to base.
I saw them. I see them.
Break that asshole! Heat up over here!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Enemy is flanking.
They're coming in!
Open
Target! Lost it now. Flank them!
at extraction zone.
Kilo's ready for pickup.
Helo is on site.
Extraction initiated.
I got one right over there.
30 seconds until departure.
Firing! He's dead.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Extraction done.
Helo is headed back.
You're not.
Landmark.
Trying to flank us. Casualty here.
Targeting enemy.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Contaminated gear detected.
No sweat.
System curtailed. Incoming hostiles detected. System reactivated.
Tango is flanking us.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
I can do this